sanctified them for me from the beginning. All right. So you out there doing this work. You're out there doing the work for the Lord. All right, doing the work of an evangelist, like what is it? 2 Timothy says. Out there actually putting in work and putting in time for the Lord and clocking in and having faith at the same time that, hey, Lord willing, you're going to make it. All right, that's what you're doing to make your calling and election sure. But if you're just sitting around not doing nothing, all right, ain't even trying to put together a sign, all right, or send the elders tithes, okay? Because the scriptures do speak about, there are some you're going to have helps, all right? You're going to have certain people set up in certain positions that have faith. Maybe they can't go out to the highways and the byways, but they're doing something, all right? They're not just cheerleading. You might have a brother who hasn't yet gone out to the highways and the byways, but guess what? He's been sending tithes out. He's been putting together signs. He's doing some, maybe he's been downloading videos from YouTube and then uploading them somewhere, all right? You're going to have some brothers out there doing that, all right? And that's a good thing, you know? So, but eventually, you know, to the 144,000, you got to get out there on the streets, all right? You got to get out there on the streets and prophesy. That's what we got to do, all right? Now, one more time. Let me go back just a bit. Because of these signs, man, there are going to be more. There's going to be more. There are reports. There's an article, I believe, somewhere that there's supposed to be a solar eclipse coming here in the near, like February or later this month. You know, I mean, we'll see when we come to that bridge, Lord willing. But hey, 2011 is the year of signs, all right, and it's gonna be the year of signs and great calamity, all right. And Lord willing, that comes to America fast, all right. It's going to come to America, but Lord willing, it comes here fast, all right, so it can knock all the pride off these people's faces here in America, all right. And snap a lot of our people on the reality, all right. And to know that the end is here, all right. So, you know, to the brothers out there, if you coming into this thing just now, hey, no, this thing is serious, all right. This is the time to really take this thing seriously and know that the Lord ain't no joke, all right? He's about to show his power real soon. And this is 2 Ezra 6, and I'm going to start at 17. And it happened that when I had heard it, I stood upon my feet and hearkened, and behold, there was a voice that spake, and it was a sound. And the sound of it was like the sound of many waters. Now, who else had this, when you read the scriptures, had this voice like the many waters? The Lord Yahushua. So we're going to read here to prove that more than likely this was Yahushua speaking to Ezra, all right? Just by the precepts, you know? Or the lines, rather. Verse 18, and it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth. And didn't we read that? In 2 Ezra, the 9th chapter, when you see all these things come to pass, know that the Lord is coming back to visit the earth. All right, so that's what's going on right now. Verse 19, and will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled. And guess what? That affliction is on its way out. All right. Our time to shine is coming. Our time to be the tail and not the head is quickly out of there, all right? It's almost out of there, all right? So to the brothers, you know, hey, that's a good Tawadi Yahweh for that, all right? And we're actually living in the time that we get to see that. That's another thing, like the brother said, he quoted a dude, I don't know, it was an old Moabite saying, it says, may you live in interesting times, all right? And then we are living in interesting times. To see all the things that are going on now, all right, that's powerful, all right? And you should be blessed in the fact that you're able to actually see that, all right? And Lord willing, we make it out of here, we're going to get to see the downfall of our enemy, all right? And that's the most important thing. Let me read this real quick and I'll jump back. It's a Sirach in the Apocrypha, or Ecclesiasticus 25:7. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th will I utter with my tongue. a man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. All right? And Lord willing, we get to make it to the point where we do see the fall of an enemy. All right? Like Psalms, the 91st chapter says, okay? In fact, I might read that last. All right? This is back in 2nd Ezra 6 and 19. Again, it says, and I will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled. All right? And when the world, and when the world that shall be, and when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then I will show these tokens. The book shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together. Now wait a minute, you go back to Daniel, what was it, Daniel the 12th chapter, he sealed the book, all right? But then, when you go to the time of John, the book was reopened, all right? And with the process of time, now we're able to understand certain prophecies that were written by all the prophets in the Bible. That's how we know the mark of the beast is the RFID chip, right? That's how we know these earthquakes are signs of the times, all right? That's how we know these uproars of people are the signs of the times, all right? You start to see all this stuff come to pass. That's how we know who the white man is, all right? That's how Paul knew. Paul already knew who the mystery of iniquity is. That was the Romans. Who are the Romans? Edomites, all right? And them same people are back today. So these prophecies are starting to become clear to us now, all right? So you don't believe no asshole saying, you go to the churches and you say, well, what about the book of Revelation, such and such chapter and verse? Oh, that's sealed. We don't go into that. We don't got the proper understanding on that. No, that's not that. No, that's no. Niggas. All right, no, because the book was opened. All right, the book was unsealed. Okay, so you can't. That's bullshit. All right, and through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, you got elders that have been set up. All right, to break down this whole book from Genesis to Revelation, from Adam to John the Revelator. All right, break down this whole book. Okay. This is verse 21. And the children of a year old shall speak with their voices. The woman with child shall bring forth untimely children of 3 or 4 months old, and they shall live and be raised up. And suddenly shall the sown plague appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall be found empty. And the trumpet shall give a sound which every man heareth shall be suddenly afraid. Wait a minute. Amos, let me get it. Amos 3 and 6, I believe. That trumpet. Because who's out there sounding that trumpet? It's the men of the Lord, all right? If you go back to an ancient city, any ancient city, you see the cities had walls and gates. Like the example I think of is the movie Troy, all right, with Brad Pitt. You watch that movie when them the Spartans came to Troy. They had that big gate, all right. That scene where the dude was in there with his wife and child. Man, we're way off. All right, here we go. You had the scene where Hector was in his house or whatever with his wife and child, and then all of a sudden you hear that gong get blown, and the trumpet was being blown. And guess what they saw on the horizon of the sea? All them ships from Sparta. And what was that leading to? War. All right. And what are we out there doing? Prophesying of war and pestilence and woe. All right. That's what we're out there doing. Let me read this real quick. This is Amos 3 and 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord hath not done it? So that's what's going on right now. There's evil coming to the city, to this city, America, because America's nothing but a big city. That's why you live anywhere in this so-called country, which is really a corporation, you're known as what? An American citizen. All right. So there's evil already being done in this city, but there's even more greater evil coming to this city. All right. So we're blowing the trumpet. We're out there blowing the trumpet to America's destruction. And you assholes are afraid, all right? Especially you crackers. You walk by the camps with those smiles, all right? Them smiles don't be, look at these people. No. Now, it was like that at one point, but now those smiles are like that uncertain smile. Like you're trying to cover up the fact that you're afraid and you're quivering like a bitch, all right? Because you crackers ain't nothing but goats. Like Matthew the 25th chapter says, you're those goats on the left side, all right? We're the sheep. out there ready to die, like Ecclesiasticus 4:28 says. Strive for the truth.